much as a tank. And Nxsmugen and assault rifle fire, pounding these riflemen, slaughtering them. And we see further riflemen moving in from the north with flamethrowers as well. A bit of a several pronged assault, but this T-17 does set off the tiller mine and is almost knocked out in the process. Heavy losses for everyone incurred, but looks like these Americans are taking the worst. Sniper might get killed if he's not getting out there quickly enough. He does seem to be getting out there. Pack getting cleared out, riflemen really firing away. T-17 also providing a bit of fire support, but Panzer Grenadiers moving in, Panzer strike to the rear, only destroying the main gun, though this T-17 might survive for a bit longer, but really with the engine destroyed. And there we go, out of control and out of sight. And looks like these Americans are forced into a heavy rout, and a strafing round does go in, making this a bittersweet victory as further Panzer Grenadiers and even a medic is killed by the relentless firepower of the P-47 Thunderbolt, I believe it is. And we do see this T-17 not really fading much from the Americans. Well, I mean the Wehrmacht forces. Armoured car taking quite a bit of fire. Pack being seized by these Panzer Grenadiers, which will certainly mean the loss of a Panzer Grenadier team, as I don't believe he has the 4-man upgrade. Could certainly work to his advantage nonetheless, I suppose. T-17 though looks like it might get out of the firing line of the pack. Apparently only moving when the pack is moving, which is certainly a good bet. Pack firing but missing, hitting the ground instead. We do see a medic bunker up here, and looks like for now the eastern and central part of the map is in the hands of the American, while the Wehrmacht forces of the Panzer Lehr are doing their utmost to retain control of the western heights and the victory points located there. And let's go have a look at Mr. Rauf, who has gone for the tank destroyer doctrine, preparing hetzers to be called in just in case. The hetzer not actually fighting in Normandy, but we can always accept such small details. One can always imagine it's a Stug 3 if you're really that desperate. Hetzer being called in to provide some anti-tank firepower. It also does have a machine gun, but it's not really that effective. Still can be decent. Rather empty position here, and we do see this heavy machine gun is abandoned. A proper assault here could probably break the hole there, but American riflemen are quick from Eugenie to set up shop here, it seems. And what is this? Large American assault force also moving in towards the south. What do they have in mind? What is their intended tactic or strategy? I can't say. Looks like they might be ignoring this point, which is certainly not a bad strategy or tactic. Question is though, what will they do instead? Where will their strike land? Mortar rounds flying in, hoping to possibly knock out this machine gun emplacement. Certainly not a bad idea. But it does look like the Panzer Lehr is a bit passive. And what is this? The Walrusking calling in Shermans to the field now, which will certainly put on a lot of pressure. Were not for this hetzer, which has not been camouflaged, it could actually do a bit of ambushing there, albeit it's not the best ability. There we go. We'll certainly be able to put a bit of pressure on this Sherman. Americans charging in once more, just throwing at themselves at the Germans in a large human wave, and exposing themselves to an awful lot of fire and retreating. What is this? Artillery being called in. And looks like these forces will have to get out of there. Few Panzer Grenadiers killed by a rogue strike, and the gun damaged on the hetzer. Another direct hit. The hetzer really needs to get out of there before it is completely lost. And you see Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers moving ahead. Veterancy 2 going up for them, so it'll certainly be a bit tougher. And what else is going on here in the base? The Nxsmugen awaiting repairs. And the Sherman is now on the field, opening fire on the German forces. Not really killing anything though. Not entirely sure. And we do see American riflemen under Eugenie moving towards the west, hoping to seize any territory there in the south, close up to their base. Sherman hitting a mine. Engine is damaged, not looking good. Will be in need of repairs or at least some support. In the meanwhile, we do see how Nxsmugen firing away, knocking out this machine gun emplacement of 30 caliber. Is quick to set up to try and cover it, but grenade throwing back at the machine gun and sniper fire as well. Really going to clear that one out. And looks like this Sherman is trying to get out of there desperately, firing away at a mortar team which seems to have strayed too close. And looks like these grenadiers might be caught in a bit of a vice as American fresh assault forces are moving in from the north. Not entirely sure what is going on though. These grenadiers are not retreating apparently, but are going there now. Sherman getting closer to friendly lines. Not really having managed anything except a damaged engine. But the central victory point is still in the hands of the 3rd Armored Division. Riflemen getting suppressed by this MG42 and a pack setting up. Firing away at what it can hit. And armored car quick to move in to provide some covering fire as the pack maneuvers away. Firing away these riflemen, but not really hitting or managing to do any damage. And the pack is once more in the line of fire. Could end up very badly. But the Sherman is ready again, actually having managed 1 kill now. And what is this? I do see, yes, another Sherman moving up. Plenty of Shermans for the Americans. The Walrusking, apparently also king of the Shermans. And anti-tank half-track desperately trying to fire away, but it does manage to knock out the tracks, immobilizing the Sherman. Certainly not a bad move. But these Panzer Grenadiers are getting scorched, and the heads are moving in, exploiting the wrecked tracks on the Sherman. Will it move up into a proper position? No, it will expose its rear armor. Not good, but apparently the Sherman does not manage much. And what is this? Anti-tank grenade having been researched, just being thrown alongside the heads of firing away. This Sherman is probably going to end up wrecked in very short time if nothing good is happening. And this Sherman having cleared out a pack and might even finish off this armored car. No, it misses. This Sherman apparently still holding out. Panzer Grenadiers moving in towards this Sherman. No support for this one. Main gun destroyed, and another shot. Another header as well moving in. A small Panzer Jäger Abteilung apparently having been sent in to support the Panzer Lehr. Not bad. And this Sherman apparently still alive, circling around, firing away, taking a bit of fire from Panzerfaust and pack. And I do hear artillery crashing in right here on the center, clearing out the Pioneers trying to take this victory point. And a strafing run as well. Dear, what is going on? A bombing run, knocking out a Full Grenadier team, a Panzer Grenadier team, a medic bunker, and almost another Panzer Grenadier team. Absolutely horrific, but an excellent usage of the bombing run. Quite devastating for the Panzer Lehr. Let's have a look at Mr. Walrusking, who is the one with the air support, who has lost himself 2 Shermans at the moment and has only 3 rifleman teams left. Certainly heavy attrition, and another Sherman going up. 3rd Sherman, which will certainly give him a small platoon, except the other 2 in the platoon has been wrecked. And Mr. Eugenie quick to set up anti-tank guns, and his howitzer firing away from his base, blasting away at German positions, or at least suspected position. This bunker set up in a rather nice position right beside this building, but apparently not good enough, as the howitzer is able to just ignore the building and fire away. Repair bunker almost wrecked. Not sure why they've gone, though. Not a lot of vehicles except these headsers at the moment. Small exchange right here. Let's go have a look at Mr. Eugenie, who does seem to have been the more passive one, as the Walrusking continues to press his advantage. Looks like these Pioneers are also firing away. Engineers who have taken a BAR firing away at them. Killed by our anti-tank gun round. And looks like we have here a Grenadier team being cut down in cold blood by these riflemen. But they are suffering heavy losses while doing so, while being fired upon by these heads. And the Wehrmacht, now an armored car moving in as well. Sherman, though, on the field once more to try and provide support, but really he needs something more. He needs some mortar fire, some howitzer fire, and what is this? Another T-17. And generally it does seem like Eugenie and Mr. Walrusking aren't really working together anymore, having to apparently split up the map, whereas Mr. Rauf and Mr. Nxsmugen are able to actually cooperate and coordinate the forces, which is most definitely actually working out for them, whereas Mr. Walrusking is getting ground down in a horrible manner, leaving only Eugenie to then afterwards hold the line. and he is now himself getting focused down by large Panzer Grenadier forces with plenty of assault rifles, cutting down these riflemen who are standing out in the open. This is really a bad choice. T-17 trying to find a way, but these grenadiers are in heavy cover. Anti-tank grenades blasted away. Rifleman team is cut down. Oh dear, the horror. And this T-17 really needs to get out there. And we do see another Hetzer on the way. So a full platoon of Hetzers is now in the hands of Ralph. And looks like, no, the Hetzer does miss the T-17. But the machine gun might become a target. There we go. Riflemen moving in from the north. Do they have sticky bombs? Howitzer rounds flying in as well. And a rear shot on this Hetzer from the Sherman. The Sherman not managing much else though. Oh dearie me. Does not look good for the Americans. And now we do see a renewed assault efforts through here in the south. Really putting the pressure on the Americans now after having suffered so heavy losses trying to take that northern vantage point. But again, without help from Mr. Eugenie, it would only have ended up badly for Walrusking, since Ralph actually got the idea and supported Mugen while he was holding the northern heights. So, we shall have to see what will be done. Will the Americans pull out some ace to try and salvage the situation? Or will we just be seeing fresh head-on assaults right through here, where so many have faltered before? Pioneer team slaughtered, machine guns firing away, suppressing the riflemen. Sherman trying to provide fire support, but not much luck. And let's return to Mr. Mugen, who does have registered artillery now, but not enough munitions. What does he have left? Plenty of grenadiers, machine guns, mortars, and pioneers. Even a sniper still there. Sherman taking a lot of fire, is immobilized and might be knocked out by another shot or even a Panzer. There we go. Sherman is a wreck. But looks like the Americans have managed to hold the victory point in the center once more. But question is for how long, as Hetzers are moving in again, clearing anything out that might oppose them. And the heavy machine gun team is dead. Panzer Lehr having pursued the proper strategy in supporting each other and holding the line, while the Americans effortlessly tried to throw themselves at them, but instead were ground down in heavy attrition, since Mr. Eugenie apparently could not be bothered to actually support him. Now Grenadiers are going for the central victory point. Armored car moving ahead, perhaps trying to scout out a bit, or at least flank this anti-tank gun, and there we go. Firing away at the rear. Bazooka shot hitting it though, but it will be drawing away any American forces nearby, and a fresh assault can be inserted right here now, with everything being occupied by that anti-tank gun. There we go. Pioneers and Grenadiers moving ahead. Panzer Grenadiers with assault rifles moving in from the west. One rifleman going down to a Panzer shot. Flamethrowers on the field as well, scorching away. Grenades being exchanged. Heavy losses. A Pioneer team and almost a Grenadier team slaughtered by a single pineapple grenade. But looks like a Rifleman team and a Ranger team will be slaughtered in the process. And yes, there we go. Bloody exchange. And Panzer Grenadiers with assault rifles just continuing unopposed. Nothing to stand in the way. Assault fires apparently finally having been raised by Mugen. And we do see a large force of riflemen and flamethrower engineers moving ahead, but forced to retreat in the face of all this firepower and all of these Hetzers.